You have been programmed for negativity. It's literally the way the world works. However, when you decide to get out of that narrow box, that literally crab in the barrel mentality, life begins to blossom and unfold for you. It's your favorite Dr. Honey, Dr. Faith Abraham, and welcome back to our channel. Today, we are discussing that negativity and how we have literally been programmed to be crabs in a barrel. We've been programmed for lack, for negativity, for things to not work for us. It's part of what keeps everyone down and at a certain level. And so when we realize this and we start to take steps that I'm going to show you 3 of my personal techniques that I use to break free from this crab in the barrel mentality, this boxed in mentality, this lackluster way of living. You're going to see life really unfold for you and really begin to produce everything that it is meant to produce. And of course, as a coach, I see this all the time, and I hear it from many of my clients on, just how life is for them or has been for them. And as they're speaking, I'm literally hearing the way their mind works, the dialogue that they have within themselves. A lot of people do not realize that as a person is speaking, you're literally hearing what they think and how they think. If you can really hone in and pay attention to what they're saying, you'll also see how they speak to themselves, because that's how they speak to everyone else. We see this on social media all the time. You'll see it on posts and how people just riddle off the nastiest, ugliest, negative things to one another. And especially when you see posts of abundance and luxury and overflow and prosperity and wealth, it doesn't mean that there's no more wealth for the person that's watching, but because we've been programmed to think that if this person is winning, then I can't win. If that person is having success, then I have to wait my turn. And let me know in the comments if you've ever heard that type of thinking or that type of mentality, because it literally helps to craft us and shape us to be a certain way and to think lower of ourselves than we ought to. When literally the Bible says that we shouldn't think more highly of ourselves than we ought to. And I know people use that scripture to say, well, then that means you're supposed to be low. No, don't forget what we learned in English class. Don't think of yourself more highly than you ought, which means that you should think of yourself highly, just not more highly than you ought to. And essentially it just means don't think of yourself so highly that you extract or you eradicate God from the equation, because we are created in his image and likeness. Therefore, we have the power and the ability to create and narrate our lives in a way that is in sync, synchronized and syncopated with the plan and the will of God for us. However, if we continue in the programming that we have, it takes us away from how we should be, the life of overflow, the life of literally having everything we need and having all access to us be denied. And it's not even the enemy doing it. It's our own mentality and thinking. Before I go into these 3 ways, it was like one of my clients, and she was really down and out about her situation. She saw something online and she sent it to me and was like, wow, I'm so glad that that's not me and that's not my situation. And I had another client and he was like, man, this makes me feel so much better about working with you. And at least I don't react to you the way these people react to you. And in essence, there's nothing wrong with that. But when you're going into a place of creating a life of abundance, of overflow, of not lacking anything, you cannot look at the situation of other people and compare it to yourself. Because what it does is tell your brain, yes, they're not doing as bad as we are, and what we have and where we are right now is just fine. So what it does is it perpetuates and allows you to continue to tolerate the situation that you find yourself in. Now, I wasn't going to go into all of that when they sent me those messages, But I did notice a pattern in the things that we were working on, the results that they were getting in their business, how they were having such a tough time going from point A to point C. And it was literally because they were reveling in other people's situation. We should never do that. We should actually look at those situations and be grateful that we're not there, but recognize that it's okay to go to the next level, which takes me to my first point today. First of all, one of the things that you want to do to reprogram your mind from negativity, reprogram your mind from tolerating subpar or the results that you're having in your life that you don't want is, first and foremost, gratitude. Literally, gratitude is the attitude. I want to challenge you every morning. Have a notebook. I'll show you a notebook that someone literally created for me and they had it delivered. Isn't that so cute? Billionaire and master coach, Dr. Faith. So cute. She made this for me. And so I began to use this, and I even have a couple of attachments to. I use it as a gratitude journal. I use it so that I can every morning write at least 3 things that I'm grateful for, 3 things that I'm so thankful are in my life. I remember when I had signed up initially for the Amazon affiliates, and I was so gung-ho. I was so excited. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to make thousands off of this, hundreds and thousands of dollars. Well, it took a while for that to actually happen. But I started using my journal and saying, I'm so grateful that my Amazon Pay paid my bill. I'm so grateful that my Amazon Pay took care of my vacation. So I started writing these things, 3 things that are already shown up in my life, and then 3 things that I'm looking forward to. So I was literally priming myself for that thing to happen and to show up. Guess what? My first payment from Amazon affiliates, I remember it. It was 42 cents. I'm in the money. I'm in the money. Da, 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 da. I was so excited. I was so excited. Does 42 cents pay a bill? Absolutely not. But it was 42 cents more than what I had received from Amazon, and I've been getting paid ever since, and it's been increasing steadily. That is gratitude because it programs your brain and literally the cells throughout your body to be excited, to be expressive, to be grateful. The highest level of happiness that you can ever experience is being grateful and having gratitude. And that's why I said for my clients in that example of social media, you never want to say, oh, at least I'm not there. You want to say, I'm so grateful I'm not there. I'm so grateful that this is what's happening in my life. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. And I actually have something that I use in my affirmation, which takes me to number 2 is affirmations. No, you've probably heard affirmations all the time, but I like to take affirmations to another level. The way I do affirmations is affirmations that stir up emotion within you, because you can say a lot of things, and if it doesn't trigger or facilitate a response within you, then it's just words. Okay, it will eventually come to pass if you keep saying it over and over again. That is just the law of repetition. It'll happen eventually. But if you can say words that are triggering of emotion, that thing can literally happen overnight in a matter of time. It will break and shift limiting beliefs within you. So have your affirmations be loaded with emotion and have the affirmation recorded on your phone in your voice and listen to it every day while you're in the shower, while you're working out, while you're in the car. One of the things I love in both of our vehicles, my husband has a GLE, and then I have my X3. You can do Apple Play or Apple Car Play, I think is what it's called, in the car. And so whatever you want it to play, it'll play on the Bluetooth throughout the vehicle. If you have all the windows up and you blast that thing and it's you talking to you it really gets you going. It really gets you motivated. It stirs you up. And you're saying these words like, I am so proud of you. You have accomplished so many great things. You are such a forerunner and a leader. Look at you breaking generational curses. You cannot tell me if you hear yourself saying that to yourself, Bluetooth speaker all around, and it's loud the way you would listen to music, that's not going to change you and shift you. It absolutely will. That's one of the tricks that you can do. Before I get to my third one, if you like this type of content, if you enjoy the law of faith, understanding abundance and overflow, especially with a entrepreneurial flavor to it, because I am an entrepreneur and I know I speak to the hearts of entrepreneurs, then please be sure to get my free Reprogram Your Mind to Reprogram Your Life. See that link in the description box below. Grab that for yourself and literally see your life be reprogrammed for what it is that you actually desire and want. Number 3 way to reprogram your mind and shift your mind from negativity is to overwhelm yourself. Overwhelm yourself with pictures, with exposure, with environments that reiterate where it is that you're going. And here's the caveat. When you overwhelm yourself, and it's very easy to do nowadays because you can go on YouTube and watch videos of luxury, watch videos of happy marriages, watch videos of people sharing their testimony of how God healed them in their body, how God did a miracle in the lives of their child, in themselves, in their family members, so on and so forth. If you want to find it, you will find it. Begin to inundate yourself, overwhelm yourself, and expose yourself to this type of visuals. And when you do, don't say, oh, I wish I was there. Don't get upset or mad at those people who are experiencing it. What you want to do is start telling yourself a story on how that has happened for you. Did you catch it? Even if it hasn't, start telling yourself that it has. As you're literally watching, having conversations with yourself in reference with what you're seeing. Why? That is how you tell your brain that this thing has already happened. We've already experienced it. And if you're telling yourself that story over and over again, your reticular activating system is going to say, well, this is so normal to us. Now, because it's normal, 1, you're no longer in resistance and fighting yourself. 2, your brain says, since this is normal, I'm going to figure out a way to produce it in us, make it our experience, since this is so normal. Your brain will always give you and help you to produce and manifest in your life that which is normal. If you want to receive miracles, it has to become normal. If you want to receive overflow, it has to become normal. If you want to make $100,000, $250,000, $500,000, $1 million in your business, it has to become normal. When does it become normal? When the smallest and the least amount of resistance is occurring. When you're now synchronized and syncopated with the desire of your heart internally, it has no choice but to express itself externally. When we have different experiences in our lives over and over and over again, somewhere within us, we've told ourselves that this is normal. This always happens to me. I don't know why it keeps happening to me. It keeps happening. It's normal to you now. You may not like it. You may not want it, but it's normal. And your brain will never resist that which is normal to you. It will always resist change, new things, things that require you to become different than what you're used to or what is normal. That is what I have for you today. Let me know in the comments if you are going to use any 3 of these techniques, and maybe you've been using these techniques and you haven't realized how powerful they are. Let me know, because I love hearing your stories and your testimonies. And of course, if you liked it, smash that like button. I so appreciate it because it helps to get this type of message out into the world. And imagine a world where there's less and less and less negativity. Hello, that's a great experience for you and me. But also too, it does help to get the word out. And if you love these videos, and this is probably like your second or third video of mine that you're on and you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. That tells YouTube this channel, this work needs to be seen by more people. I thank you for it. I love you, fave, and I will see you in the next video, which I do have loaded up for you. Check it out, and I'll see you there.